What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Just wanted to give a quick rundown of a little USA preview for the Women's World Championships this week. Obviously, I will be there. Humble brag, like you read about in Malmo. I'm leaving in 2.5 days, so kind of try to get some work done before I get over there. So without further ado, I think the U.S. is going to win the gold medal. I think if you see my interviews with Knight and with Brianna Decker. They both talk a lot about trying to put Sochi in their rear view and trying to get back at the Canadians. Obviously, you can't go back and win that gold medal, but you can use the motivation and funnel it in an appropriate way. Definitely reap some great results. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. In Malmo with this American team. I'm looking on between the pipes. I think Jessie Vedder is going to come up. Ace, she's the oldest player in the team, so that's. You definitely want her to play her best, use that veteran experience, be a calm, cool, and collective netminder. I think she'll do just that. The former Wisconsin Badger. Former Wisconsin Badger is going to be said a lot in this piece, so just a little FYI. On defense, I watched Casey Bellamy play a lot for the Boston Blades this year. She's a phenomenal player, but I think Monique Lambrou, her teammate with the Bladies, is gonna be their best defenseman. Obviously, she played a lot of forward with the national team, moved back to defense about 6-7 months ago, and has been playing there ever since with the Blades. And I think having her back there is going to be a positive force. She can really rush the puck, and she's a natural back there. If you watch her play, she's really good at that Aaron Ward interference that's not interference type play, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyone who watched Aaron Ward knows exactly what I'm talking about. She'll definitely bring you a little bit of offense, a little bit of everything. Lee Steckline definitely gives you some size on the back end. Just won the national championship at the University of Minnesota, and was on the Olympic team. So having that experience back there will be a plus. There's 13 return in U.S. Olympians, so that so many of them were in that gold medal game against Canada that didn't go the way they wanted it to. And they play Canada opening night Saturday night, so that's gonna be it's gonna be my welcome to Malmo. That post game big zone's gonna be fun. Up front, Patty Kazmai went at Alex Carpenter, my fellow masshole. She's a phenomenal player. 85 points this year for the Boston College Eagles. Look for her to really light it up. Aforementioned Brianna Decker, Hillary Knight. What more needs to be said about those two? They're both world-class players, phenomenal human beings as well. I'm really expecting, big tournaments out of both of them. To really, and I think Nighter's case, with the way her gold medal game ended, in the penalty box, she wants to be able to go out there and, really put a dagger through the Canadians' hearts. And, she's talked openly about how much, the blood in the water when those two teams face off. And I think she's going to bring her usual physical presence and, establishing a ton of position down low and really just making life a living hell for those Canadian defenders. And again, friend of the show, Brianna Decker. Her and Knight are my two favorite women's hockey players, and even if they hadn't come on the show, I'd say that I just think I really enjoy watching both of them play. They really bring a great level of intensity and offensive creativity to the rink every single night. They're two different players. I'd say Knight is more of a power forward, but look at the way Decker plays. She's got that craftiness, but she goes to the high traffic areas, and that kind of wherewithal every shift is a good thing. Decker says she wants to come back on the show. We'll get her on. Megan Duggan will probably come on as well. Nighter I haven't spoke to, but from what I've heard, she would be interested in coming back on. And then there are a few other members of the team I'd like to have on that I've reached out to know a couple of them. I think if I just ask them. Well, but that's the hand over there. Well, you guys need the best coverage. The power play with CJ has got to bring you the best coverage, and I'm taking on this undertaking with the mindset of can the power play help advance women's hockey? I think women's hockey is awesome. I really enjoy watching these women play. They're phenomenal players and phenomenal people. So to be able to do a little bit to help them and help the game, I think would be great. A lot of Boston College, a lot of Minnesota, a lot of Wisconsin. So definitely going to be a great tournament, and I cannot wait to get on the ground in Malmo. And even though I'm unbiased journalist, biased, we all know who I'm pulling for. I can sugarcoat whatever you want, but I want to see these women win it. And as part of it is getting to know the couple of players personally a little bit. But even then, I'm an American. I'm always going to root for Team USA. It's pretty tough to ask someone to be completely unbiased in an international tournament. I will always act professionally, but subconsciously it's like, let's beat them. But anyway, that's like a sort of power play with CJ on my little Team USA Women's Ice Hockey World Championships preview. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.